recording the proper number. But it's gotten so bad, I've lost track. Ever since that last round of Ethereum exposure inoculations, my memory's been going shit. One of the doctors told me I should document my days to see if it gets better or worse. Considering I can't recall the basic protocol I put in place, I'd say it's not getting better. I've always had a steel trap memory. Now something falls out of my head every day like it was never there. It's fucking scary. Most recently, the damn lock code of Nathan's containment unit's been slipping my mind. Poor fucking kid. Fuck this place. Didn't fuck her. I got a reminder system for all 3 digits. I see them every day on my normal rounds, so it shouldn't raise suspicion. We've got tons of dangerous shit in here. If I crack up, I'm done. Worse people are gonna get hurt. I can't sleep. I'm scared. I'm gonna wake up and not know who the hell I am. I need my transfer request approved now. Being here is like putting my brain in a paper shredder.
Dr. Armudi, Terminus Island personal log. Our site is now running entirely on an Ethereum-powered reactor. I must give credit to Duffer for his interrogation prowess. For 3 years he worked on Strauss. Combined with constant surveillance, we finally cracked him. He revealed the benefit of growing crystalline organisms to harness their biogalvanic energy. Once we had that, R&D was able to move very fast. The maturation pods practically built themselves. Naturally, Edward is over the moon with the prototypes I sent, not to mention he no longer has to pay our power bill. This secures our status as Janus's premier research facility. Granted, that was never in question. There are murmurs I might transfer to the director's site. Obviously, working alongside Edward would be ideal. More budget and resources, most certainly better food. The dimwits plaguing my payroll who believe it's haunted would love for me to go and never return. However, Edward casts a long shadow. Here I rule. There I would serve. I'm willing to maintain the status quo for now. Perhaps with a new chef.
As of today, I've been at Janus for 4 months. I'm amazed I know what day it is. It's work to keep yourself together around here. And everything is so hush-hush. Almost all of us are afraid to talk about what we're doing, so we end up not talking at all. That's how she wants it. Modi's brilliant, but her chokehold on this island is suffocating. My current theory is our end result will be renewable energy via organic material, which is exciting. That would be worth all of this isolation. However, I was walking by the shipment bay today and bumped into one of the crates. It fell and cracked open. Body bags spilled out. Lots of them. I don't think we have that many people on the island. Of course, I don't have full access, so who knows. I guess I shouldn't pry, considering the volatile state of my little side project. Wouldn't want higher-ups sticking their noses in that. And yes, I still don't know who I work for. My pay stubs tell me nothing. Could be CDC, DOD, a bored billionaire. No idea. Honestly, just thinking about it has my mind running in circles. It's a distraction. Enough dwelling. I need to focus on the resources that brought me here.
Alright, February 5th, 1991. Yet another glamorous day in the life of Station Chief Althea Maxwell. If only Mom could see me now. Richtofen's inability to keep his favorite pet, Modi, in check has become an unending aggravation. She gets anything she wants. Our budget's skyrocketed, and guess whose problem that is? And the protocols she gives me? Utterly condescending. You know, this isn't my first rodeo, and she seems to feel the need to micromanage everything I do. Don't label anything. Use only serial numbers. Careless talk costs lives. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Seriously, just shoot me now. Thankfully, the cheap-ass firewalls Project Janice have in place are easy to bypass, so the station chiefs all stay in contact. I swear, it's the only thing keeping us from going insane. And every one of them has assured me multiple times they never have to put up with shit like this. Look, I know Richtofen values results over anything else, but what is she working on? And why is it so important to him? Honestly, does he even know? I mean, it's been months since he showed up for inspections. Rumor has it, people are disappearing from inside the mansion facility. I assumed our dear director might have been one of them, but nope. Their SC says she's seen him around, so I guess he's still kicking. I asked Dr. Modi if she planned on transferring there. She told me Terminus was her home, built for her by Richtofen himself. The way she said it, made my skin crawl.
You hear the news? I'm getting off this rock.
News? That's so.
Yeah, transfer's been approved. Took its sweet time, but I put on my request ages ago, but that's just how it is.
Clearly.
This place was holding me back. I got big plans, you know. Way bigger than this stupid island.
Uh-huh. Of course you do.
Damn straight. While you're stuck slinging slop on this backwater dunny, I'll be off seeking my fortune.
Well, maybe I'll request a transfer too. Everybody's gotta eat, right?
Not with the way you cook.
Right. You know, I'm officially bored of your little charade.
Charade? What do you mean?
I already heard all about your transfer, so don't act like it was your idea, because I know it wasn't. James and Larson, they've been telling me for months about what a shithead you are. You steal stuff from their lockers, cheat at cards, and when it's time for janitorial duty, you vanish. Maxwell said if she didn't get you out of here, it was just a matter of time until one of them murdered your punk Kiwi ass. Now, if it were me, I would have gladly helped those two find a place to stash your corpse. But Althea's always had a hard-on for due process. So maybe shut the fuck up and play nice until you're gone for good. Understand?
Copy. FAO, the Director. Progress Report 11/8/1990. Contrary to what some may believe, I do not necessarily take pride in my work, but I am exceptionally good at it. It is common for interrogation subjects to show resistance before ultimately breaking and succumbing to my demands. Normally, I would offer them some small chance of hope, a semblance of light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Likewise, fear is usually a great motivator. But its apparent absence in this case makes it difficult, impossible, to achieve any kind of breakthrough. Even psychological torture and the administration of physical pain has proven utterly fruitless. So, having reviewed psychiatric evaluations from her early years of incarceration, I am at a loss to explain just where such remarkable resilience has come from. However good I may be at my work, I am forced to conclude that this individual may be of no further use to our program. Were it up to me, I would recommend that Miss Gray be terminated, or at the very least marked for biological experimentation. Regrettably, it is not up to me.
October 16th, 1989. Station Chief Althea Maxwell reporting. Inmate fatalities are not uncommon, especially during prolonged periods of interrogation, but this one stands out. I guess it's natural for subjects to attempt to comfort each other. I mean, seriously, cry me a fucking river, right? This one was in the last batch supplied by Franco. So, I mean, who knows what the hell they went through before we got our hands on them. Alright, cause of death, cardiac arrest. It's weird. That's surprising, because there weren't any pre-existing conditions that we knew of. Personally, I have a feeling that this subject's death was, actually a direct result of simply hearing mention of a name. Dr. Modi. I think it'd be wise to keep a close eye and ear on exactly what information these subjects have been sharing since their arrival.
Okay, Gary Parker, surveyor, July 12th, 1984. Preliminary site assessment and analysis for Terminus Island. Hard copy will be in the 1800 telex. Well, location. Far enough from heavily traveled shipping lines to manage visitors. Close enough to blend in. Ideal location. The place is unique. Not going to be a destination resort or bustling deepwater commercial port, that's for sure. So, how do we get it up and running? Well, here's the punch list. The main structure is a fortress. Reinforced concrete poured in 1942. An average thickness of 3.5 feet throughout. That's the good. The bad is it's covered in this festering mold-like moss that smells like a cadaver's ass. Given the history of this place, neither of those details should be surprising. The security control room is well positioned in the structure, but will need to be gutted and retrofitted with the latest electronics. Locks, cameras, and lighting all on the long-term holding cells, interrogation rooms, living quarters, mine shafts, more on those, will all need to be replaced with updated technology. The docks, sea tunnels, and marine infrastructure are sound, but will need dredging and, of course, updated tech. Look, I know they centralized the contracts for this build-out, and I'm not supposed to know shit, but this place will be in need of the whole 9 yards. We're talking heavy equipment, manpower, real power. Okay, enough said. It'll be in the report. The helipad, while adequate in size, will need to be retrofitted to handle the gross weight of the next-gen rotary wing aircraft. And, okay. There are, numerous tunnels, sea, land, and the mine shafts throughout Terminus. While they do provide freedom of movement to any area of the island, well, there's one concern. They just scare the shit out of me. Back in '32, there was a mining accident that killed dozens of these workers in those tunnels. And definitely some weirdness going on down there that I cannot fucking explain. I suggest armed units clear those tunnels before any work begins. And, finally, the buried lead, the power. The coal from the mines has been gutted long ago. For the kind of draw needed in the specs, you're looking at either a hydroelectric or nuclear system. Anything else would be insufficient. And, look, it's just all in the report. I'm gonna get the fuck off this putrid rock. Out.
With so much red tape cut down, I may have become a victim of my own success. We've gone through so many test subjects already. Franco is about to be a very wealthy man, given our demand. It's clear now that humans don't tolerate Ethereum exposure without certain variables. There's more than genetic markers at play. It's something in the psyche we have yet to pin down. I'm not sure if even Strauss knows. I trust Duffer to determine that soon. The projects with the most progress are the physical mutations. The transformations are unsightly, but subjects exhibit superhuman strength and become more tolerant to Ethereum. These primitive forms have even begun to show signs of advanced sentience. If we can get them to follow orders, we're in business. I have no doubt we can synthesize a refined humanoid to protect humanity from any existential threat. And when I get us there, I'll never see red tape again. My reverence for Richtofen continues to grow. Before even setting foot on this island, he understood my needs. Before even setting foot on this island, he understood my needs. The Oversight Committee wanted to constrain my work to animal models. Idiots. Who were they to obstruct my vision? Human in vivo trial was the next logical step. Luckily, Edward believed in the merit of my work. He authorized the procurement of my subjects himself from channels that no one in the world will miss. The island location is ideal for this work. The waters offer a steady flow of forgettable faces. He circumvented any moral concerns by reminding them what we would be denying the world by not doing so. It was masterful. And if anything, I'll give these people a chance to do something noble with their lives. Not that they're owed anything. I'll show my gratitude by delivering what I promised. I can make the advances I know are possible in record time now.
Some people like throwing around the phrase, curiosity killed the cat. I wonder if they're the same people who think cats have 9 lives. Doesn't matter. I'm not the superstitious type, but I am curious. I like to get my eyes on everything and anything I can. Yesterday, I took another look at the ether reactor. Everyone says it could be a source of near limitless energy. I don't know if that's true, but I can't deny that seeing it up and running is, frankly, awe-inspiring. I would call it a miracle of modern science, but I think such a phrase is insufficient. So many things don't quite add up. No matter how many people I talk to, I still can't figure out what our real goal is here. And the term supernatural keeps getting thrown around, but that doesn't sit right with me. And yet, sometimes I think I hear voices coming from within the reactor itself. Many sound like people in pain, crying out, lost in despair. Others, like the Russian man, sound angry. And there's also a woman, but sometimes she sounds more like a girl. She might be German, but I can't quite focus on what she's saying. I said I'm not superstitious, but I am starting to believe that some kind of life exists inside the dark ether. And I find this possibility extremely troubling.
July 27th, 1990. Inventoried more subjects today. The job never used to be this hard. I mean, it's not like I took pride in my work. I just didn't think about it. Dr. Modi scheduled psych evals for the whole tech ops team. She says she wants everyone at their best. I think she's trying to flush out the non-believers. Whenever one pops up, she makes sure they're dealt with. Out in public, where everyone can see. Honestly, if you're bent on maintaining order, fear tactics aren't a bad way to go. Maybe I can get reassigned. Take a break from receiving. At first, all the subjects were just serial numbers with faces to me. I never really thought about them. And now I lay awake at night driving myself crazy over it, thinking about who they might have been before they were kidnapped or sold, like livestock. By the time they reach us, they all have the same expression. It's almost like relief, because none of them can think of anything worse than whatever nightmare they just lived through. Idiots. September 10th, 1990. I saw Nathan in subject holding today. I like him a lot, but walking by his cell always ruins my day. I mean, the kid's been a smuggler most of his life. He probably thought he knew the worst of what humanity could offer. And then he ends up here and realizes he doesn't know shit. So I'm protecting him the best I can, but Modi's been sniffing around. Someone must have told her he was a troublemaker. And the problem is they aren't wrong. He fights back on everything. He won't take his meds. He won't sleep. He won't eat. Why can't he get that? That kind of shit puts everyone at risk. If he ain't careful, Modi will transfer him to the amalgam program. And that'll be the end of it. I've played it safe until now. Kept my head down. If I can't convince Nathan to do the same... Damn it. This is why I don't have friends. October 23rd, 1990. Nathan got transferred to the amalgam program. Just like I said he would. Didn't find out until after he'd been moved. Even if I'd been there when it happened. It's not like I would have done anything to stop it. I haven't slept since. Regret's been too busy gnawing at me. So I started spending my nights searching for evidence. But the things I found. Dear God, what's being done here? I'm pretty fucking sure if you checked my entry ticket to hell, you'd find guilt by association stamped all over it. Whatever. Damage done. The important thing is, my transfer's been approved. And I sure as shit won't be leaving empty-handed. As soon as I'm out of here, I'm gonna make sure that Modi lands her ass in prison, and that this glorified meat processing plant is shut down. Then maybe I can finally sleep.
It certainly has been a whirlwind of events. Tying up the loose ends Guthrie left behind was a waste of time and resources. I'll admit I was surprised how much evidence he'd gathered before he was discovered. It's my own fault for becoming so lax, yet another reminder to always remain vigilant. Thankfully, his colleagues knew of his transfer request. When I told them it had been approved, they were sad he hadn't said goodbye. Funny, despite his best efforts to destroy my work, his very existence now supports the need for it. If he continues to endure, he might end up being the longest surviving subject in the program. I would no doubt come under some fire if anyone found out that one of our own was now being kept in a tank and fed table scraps. So I've redacted any mention of his employment here. I'm currently determining how sentient he is. Guthrie, Patient 13, hasn't spoken since the early phases of his transformation. I have him on display in a high-traffic area so he can watch his colleagues go about their day. It would be a shame if he was unaware of their presence.
And to conclude our island tour, we have your atrium lab. So, what do you think?
It's an ideal space. Very Spartan at the moment. I assume the regulatory parties have not made their pass yet. Once they've made their structural safety recommendations, I will, of course...
Dr. Modi, I would never waste your valuable time with such trivial matters. This is your island. I trust you to make it your own. Now, energy and weapons will pacify the backers, but I chose this with your biological experiments in mind.
That part of my portfolio is considered controversial. Many have called it torture.
We are a rare breed, my dear doctor. You and I both know the price of true progress. It is that work which brought you to me. I will not allow you to be shackled by idealistic bureaucrats. In return, I expect you to deliver, by any means necessary.
That won't be a problem.
Ah, good. Then we understand each other. Welcome to your new home.